Hi. So, while meditating today, I started to get a bunch of images that popped into my head and a bunch of feelings. And I can feel them more fully now that I'm sitting down recording. I did take a few notes. I was seeing a goal that someone had, an outside, external goal, not something, well, okay, I don't want to say that. It can be something very internal, but I'm seeing this goal as something that whomever is watching this has wanted to do for a very long time. I'm feeling a lot of heat, kind of like fiery passion in my solar plexus, and it's almost like in my heart space. I would almost describe it as when you're thinking about the desired outcome of a goal that you have and it finally comes true, and it's the feeling of butterflies and pure bliss, and it's a really powerful feeling. It's a feeling of elation, of joy. I do want to say that what we want isn't always what we need. So it could be that the thing that we desperately desire isn't the thing that the universe has planned for us. But the thing that the universe does have planned for us is far more exciting than anything you could have possibly imagined. One thing that I saw was a medallion at first, and then it morphed into kind of like a podium of people, sort of like at an award ceremony, kind of like the Olympics. There was the sight of someone crossing a finish line, potentially a threshold, crossing a threshold. This may have been a goal that you've had for a while, or it could be something new. But I'm seeing that it's either taken or it will be taking a lot of hard work. And so you really want to make sure that it's what you really want before you put your everything into it, just so that you can end up feeling disappointed later on. Crows are kind of important. I kept, when I was tapping into this energy before, I kept getting interrupted by crows, whether I was seeing them or hearing them. Crows mean a lot of things, but I'm really getting that this person has really had to wisen up or will need to do so, and that it does take a lot of knowledge and perseverance to get to the place that you want to be. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for this. Whoa, okay. So immediately what pops out. Okay, so let's take the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Cups. We have something that you want, that fills your heart up with joy. Something that has taken a while to come in. This hasn't been a fast-moving energy or fast-moving type of thing at all. It's something that, like I said, it did take a lot of hard work to get here, and now that you are here, it almost feels like there's a kind of a little seed of self-doubt. So on this card, you can see that the Knight of Cups has to traverse this kind of winding river. And on the other side is a giant mountain range. The journey is never really over. You're still working toward that goal that you want. You might find that after traversing the river, getting past that, and getting to this mountain, part of the way up, you might decide, this isn't for me. This isn't really my thing. And in so doing, you might actually find what your real passion is, what really fills your solar plexus with that heat, that fire, that want. But to do so, it does seem as though something does have to die. And whether it's a pre-existing notion about yourself or the original goal, I have no idea. That's for you to discern. But there is a major change. There's a shift in either the way that you're going to be thinking about something, or it's maybe even an internal shift. Like before, I don't know if I can do this, but now, yeah, I totally can. And it's really just a matter of training your brain that you write your own reality. No one can write it for you unless you allow that. That's kind of what I'm getting from the Hierophant card that came out on the bottom of the deck. The Hierophant at the bottom, we have the keys. The keys to loose or the keys to bind. It could be that what needs to die is some sort of an illusion about yourself, some sort of an illusion about the thing that you were wanting, some sort of archaic idea about what you were wanting or about yourself. But one thing is clear. You can't really move forward into a space of real happiness or finding your way to real happiness until you let it burn. You let that destructive energy die. Traditionally, the Hierophant is talking about perhaps religious dogma. It's tradition. It's things that we know, and we often fear the things that we don't know. The thing that I'm getting from the Hierophant is that it seems like you have some sort of a belief that needs to be let go before you can move on with what you want and what would make you happy, which actually would bring us to the King of Wands, the master creator of your own happiness. You are the one in charge. No one else can tell you what you want. No one else can figure out what you want. And it feels a lot like this death is going to be coming in pretty quickly. We have the Judgment card, and I'm being told to stop there. I'm not actually sure if I can show Judgment on YouTube. But, so, all these people down here are really excited about the idea of being judged. It could be something where you have to figure out if this goal is really what you want or what you think you want. What society maybe has told you that what you want, or your friends or your family, or old ways of thinking. Maybe like 20 years ago, maybe you wanted to be a pediatrician, but now that you're a pediatrician, you don't want to do that anymore. I have no idea why I picked that example. No offense to pediatricians. I love what you do. But really, we're talking about your own happiness, and you're the creator of that. You can't wait for someone else to give you what you want. Sometimes that's actually what you have to do, because not everything is within your control. This, however, seems to be very much within your control. And let me see. Let me grab one of these. Okay. And kind of mirroring what I'm seeing in the King of Wands and what I'm feeling, we have a lot of root, sacral, and solar plexus energy in this. So we're talking about things that not only sustain us and are at the root of us, but the things that are really going to give us that purpose. Fill us with that sense of belonging, of bliss. And in doing so and figuring that out, you do become the master creator of your own destiny. You essentially become the king. And I think I can leave this here. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.